Kimura. Welcome back. We're doing a blues video today, and this is today's part 4 of a series of blues. So if you want to check out the whole playlist, it's in the link below. But what we're doing today is just covering how to do more advanced embellishments in the blues, kind of like what I was doing just now in the video. And I teach the more simple stuff, basic stuff, in the other videos in the playlist. So this one is going to be a little more advanced. I'm going to move through it at the speed that I think is appropriate for a player at this level. If I'm moving too fast, then this lesson may not be for you. So just keep that in mind. So basically, if you need the chart, please get the chart. You can download it, the link below. It's really going to help you. When you get into very complex substitutions and riffing and even mathematical challenges, when you're doing all the substitutions that I just did, you're going to want that chart right in front of you, even if you've already memorized it. Okay? My advice to you, notice I have mine right there. Okay, so we got E, which I've covered before in previous videos, but this E, we're going to add some embellishments. You can add the pinky. Okay. You can add the middle finger on that 3rd string. I added a... I'm riffing off the pentatonic, by the way. That's just riffing off the pentatonic. So if I do this with a beat, so you can really work out a lot of your technique, rhythmic changes, substitution, riffing inside of the blues. It's a template or a format or even a platform to experiment with a lot of your different voicings, scale substitutions, chord substitutions. Not to discredit the blues as a genre. Blues in itself is a wonderful genre. That's my favorite genre. But I'm just saying, you can use this formula. You can use this 12-bar blues formula to really start to fine-tune your playing technique. What do I mean? Well, if you're playing the blues and you're playing these basic chords over and over, the monotony does start to get to you after a while. And then you start to want to do more, okay? And that's where the exciting part is. It's also where people get in trouble, right? Because in doing more, you can kind of maybe go out of bounds a little bit. It may not sound good. So let me give you a couple of options and ideas of how to embellish your blues that you're already playing, okay? I'm playing an electric today. You can do this on either electric or acoustic. It really doesn't matter. And so your first move that I'm going to show you is that. Pinky on the 5th fret, 5th string. A. But anyway, your first move is here. You can move it down a string. It becomes A. The equivalent of B is here. A. And that can be helpful sometimes to go up high. Because notice the higher you go, the more narrow the frets become. So if you wanted to do your turnaround in B, that may not be feasible for most people. Even for me, if I'm in the middle of a concert, standing up, sweating, I probably don't want to do that. But I can do it here on the 7th fret. Because the frets are narrow. You just take that relationship, you move it over to A. E. Here's one of my favorites. In E, you take the middle finger. You do a 3rd fret 6th string to the 4th fret 6th string. So you got, and that could be a transition to the next chord. See that? Or I just did that A and I did my transition back on the 6th string. Hey there, sorry to interrupt. If you want to learn how to play lead guitar, I have something for you at the end of this video. That was cool. That's just a pentatonic. 2nd and 3rd string on the 3rd and 4th frets. Hammer the major 3rd. Here's where the math comes in. When you add all these different riffs and pentatonic grooves and stuff and 7ths and chord arpeggiations and hammer-ons and pull-offs, where is the groove? Where is the rhythm? When is it time to change chords? You must change on time. Even if your riff is you're still inside of your riff or your solo idea, even when the chord changed, you need to be aware that it changed, because you're the one that's communicating when the change is and what the structure is to your audience. So if you do embellishments, it's very impressive, but it's easy to fall off a cliff and end in disaster and kind of lose the integrity of the song. So I encourage you to play with a drum beat, and I encourage you to use a real song to help frame this thing, which I'm going to show you. Here's the drum beat of 105. I'll put the link in the description below, but I'm going to just jam at 105 a little bit. Okay, so that's a little bit of jamming. Let me show you what it's like to jam with the song. This is Before You Accuse Me, Eric Clapton's version of it, and this is the studio version. Again, the link is in the description. Be careful, when he does this one, he sticks to the structure, but the first chord in the beginning, he adds an extra E. So when I start playing, that's going to be the beginning of your 12-bar blues. So what you saw me do, you saw me with these thicker strings. I'm using this progression. I like to add these bass notes. And you know, or if I transition to the A. With the octave. The other thing you saw me do was some fancy chord moves on the 9th. I mean the 9th chords. There's one for E on the 7th fret. Right? This is a blues staple chord. I think it was really made popular to me, at least, by the Allman Brothers. That's where I got introduced to it. Stormy Monday, stuff like that. This is E7. E9. You've got A9 on the 12th fret. You saw me go for this shape of E. I also did for B. This is a cool shape, 7th fret. Notice you got the 1, 3, 7, and 3 octave, or 8. That becomes the A. That's also A. That's also A. That's also A. So just there in the voicings, the substitutions, I'm using all the substitutions, and it made the voicings more intense, right? So sometimes you can use different voicings and chords to build the tension in what you're trying to say, and then you go to your next chord. So there's chordal substitutions, also there's riff substitutions, then you got solo lead licks. You saw me do some arpeggios. Okay, so that in mind, let me do it again. I'm going to play with classical. Here we go. Another thing I like to do, this is one of my favorites, is to do like a moving bass line. You see all my modifications? So these moving bass lines, I'm just grabbing, I mean, I have this basic thing that I'm doing. I'm starting with the 1 or the root, I'm moving to the octave or the 5. And then after that, I'm kind of just having fun. I can, that was for A. You see how much, I mean, I'm just flirting and dancing and playing with all these rules, and I'm enforcing the rules and breaking the rules all at the same time. And it sounds cool and confusing and intriguing, and I do it all on purpose. You know, you can't overdo it, and I may be guilty of overdoing some things today just because I'm just trying to show you so many things. Ultimately, you have to value the song and not overplay. Very difficult for guitar players, but in this genre of blues, most people enjoy some good guitar playing. So if you want to come out with it, you go right ahead. Anyway, it's a big topic. If you should get into this by just trying to work at it a little bit every day. So if you're struggling with it, you hit me up on Skype or on Patreon. I help people in Patreon too, and my students in Patreon can message me or ask questions in the comments of the videos, and I'll either comment back or make a video that's appropriate for you. So that could help you as well. Feel free to subscribe. Leave me a comment of a request, any request songs you have, and hope that helps you. I'll see you tomorrow. I do a video every day. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Hey guitar player, if you want to learn how to play lead guitar and you're a beginner, I have something for you. This is a very detailed beginner course for lead guitar playing, step by step. It's going to show you how to improvise. It's going to show you all of your pentatonic scales in the key of E minor, which is 8 positions over the span of 22 frets. You're also going to get 40 of my phrases that I'm going to teach you, and these are cool phrases. I'm also going to include the tabs of all of the phrases that I'm playing and all the positions that I'm playing. And you're going to have video of very in-depth, step-by-step explanations of how to start improvising. And more importantly, it's going to teach you how to think like a guitarist. I'm going to teach you how guitarists interact with live music and how we think. And so it's going to be very beneficial. If you get through this course, this will take you from beginner, absolute beginner, all the way to intermediate. You'll be an intermediate lead player by the end of this course. So it's very in-depth. I know that's a bold promise, but it's true, okay? You can check it out for free, do the free trial, and then go from there. Please ask me any questions that you have. I want to see you play lead guitar. You can do this. You can absolutely do this, step by step, one day at a time. We're gonna do this together. We're gonna do this at your pace. So check it out. The information's in the link below.